So we have made our way through the caverns carefully, making sure not to break any of the jugs of liquid, and making sure not to have anything flammable near the crates that contain something black, which our party suspects is black powder or smoke powder. Well, thanks to Melania, we navigated through and found 14 different traps of various things, from spikes crashing down on you, more giant boulders coming, and things like that. But we finally come up to what looks like an old basement, like a rock wall that's very old. There's a door through there. They get through the door, and at this point, Sir Charles recognizes this basement, but not the door. So the door, normally there are boxes stacked up hiding this door, or this spot. Upon inspection, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Upon inspection, this door has not been here for very long. So the dwarven craftsmanship of cutting their stone out is very, very nice.
I would,
She brought her own dwarf.
now that we found this entrance and we've marked our way and where the traps are, I would suggest for her that she run back and tell the other queen where we're at and what we're doing.
No.
Do you say that loud?
I tell her that before we go any further.
Halt.
No, she needs to go. That's why we're doing that.
All right. So I'm gonna say that you roll for stealth, Hank. Though.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be screaming or anything.
I'm just.
Oh.
We'll have to do this story. Because we're gonna find out if she sneaks away or she just goes
Back to sleep.
I don't.
You said a stealth?
A what?
You said stealth?
Yes, stealth. You're speaking stealthily, like you sort of.
8 plus 6, 24.
All right, so you're able to tell her. You start talking about these crates and other things and this door, and Melania is able to sneak off while you're sort of doing this commotion. So take her off the board, please. So you successfully draw attention. You successfully draw attention.
I'm just going to say you all are going to have to let people know what the crap's going on, or there's going to be an all-out whatever.
Wow, it must suck when that happens on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm the one who's just, I told Sir Charles I'm willing to give him a little thought process, but if he just sent her to tell the other queen, some things could be going wrong here. Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll see if she makes it back at some other point.
She makes it back.
She did find all the traps and stuff, and they were marked. And I'm assuming that Hagen marked the entire way back.
Yep, and I would have distinctly marked the traps.
No, so
that we would know where they're at.
Yeah, she's not gonna have any problems getting back.
We don't have much time.
So, you all still not noticed.
Right.
Good. Like I said, she snuck away because she's the color of night anyway. She's. So you all carry this stuff in, and there's steps up because Sir Charles knows where you're going. So do you all go upstairs?
Yeah. I go right beside Sir Charles.
We don't leave the stuff there. I don't want to take it into where everyone.
All right, so go ahead and let's move that off the board a little bit.
Yeah.
So you leave it in the basement?
Yeah. Don't want to take it where everyone can see what it is.
So you
carry the body in.
So, so you're gonna take the body upstairs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
A point has to be made.
This is the first time the book has a chance to inspect that stuff. Does the book want to inspect it?
Because we put it behind us, we're not looking at it.
Toss me the book.
I don't care.
The book. The
The
book.
book doesn't care about that.
The book.
Since I probably paid careful attention to Melania since she had been cursed, have I noticed that she's not with me?
No, like right now you're probably more angry.
Shouting at him.
You don't like to be left out.
I don't like for the one person I trust.
The one is now
Zero.
I say actually she's still trustworthy for now.
Such a game of Survivor.
So you all come upstairs
Okay.
and you turn a corner and there's a very large church-like structure. So Charles has been here many times since the first time that they laid battle here, the hobgoblins, and then they were given this church that is now the Landland emissary. And he comes corner, and it's almost as in that you've been expected. You see the regent. Some call her queen, but most have been calling her regent. Standing next to her is a very, very large gold and silver clad knight that has a dull sword. It's like you can tell it's shaped like a sword, but it's very round. It's basically like a short sword shaped club with little daggers, and if it does catch you, it's going to catch you and sort of hook you. And beside of her is a dwarf. It's like one that you did not know that was here, but one that you recognize. So he normally carries 2 shields. But this is the first time that you've ever seen him. He's got what looks like a spear, but on further inspection, it looks like something that you dig with more so.
Long handled spade.
So Clara sits and looks.
Toss the body out in front of him.
Okay, put the body out there.
And I'll
step
step
up
forward
with
and be
me?
beside you. And I'll bow my head. My lady.
I go to take my hammer, step aside, go to one knee.
And our dwarf and fighter, what do you all do while they're doing this?
Well, seeing that this looks like royalty, I would have put my sword up, but I would have kept my shield on my arm.
Okay.
And I just stay quiet and behind and because I don't know what's going on or where I'm at.
So it's very wise in this situation, considering you see 2 or 3 dozen people in this building.
And they all looked experienced.
And I will say this, like Hagen, that knight that stands in front of you, it has this high essence of power coming from it. You being a fighter yourself understands that if that thing would hit you, it would crush you, whatever he's carrying. So your fighter instincts have taken over to let you know that you don't want to get hit by whatever that is standing there holding that weapon.
Okay. And that's the guy to my direct right at an angle?
Standing next to the regent.
Unpainted.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got.
Yeah, he's got gold. He's got.
He's got gold.
I thought you were talking about the guy that's standing right next.
That's Sir Charles.
You're here. And
Yeah.
that's me. The night he's talking about is here.
No, I was talking about second from the edge, kind of.
Wait, in the
is
what?
that a diagonal for my character?
That's a flag bearer.
Oh, okay.
No, it's directly in front of you. 5 spaces north.
Gotcha.
So, the people in the room sort of. Flagbearer, I don't mind stay out there. So let's keep them down this way.
They're like, oh, away from those guys.
Yeah. Thank you. They all the Westerners sort of fall back to the back of the room, forming almost like a human wall on the one way out.
That they know of.
For the one way out on the ground floor, stopping anything from coming in and out.
Okay. So we've tossed her on the ground, my lady. All she does is sit and stare at us.
So she's expecting that you have more to say since you did not come in through the front door.
We've located the tunnel that somebody has commissioned built to the inn. I'm hoping this is in thought process of war supply. This one, I apologize. Did not find him in time. I was unaware that the project was underway, and I wanted to secure the entrance that I found. This was a person who entered the area that I had secured and unfortunately paid the price for it. We did find most of the others, and I look at the dwarf. I'm supposing that was you there. Nice work, by the way.
So it's sort of the dwarf sort of nods. Right now, he's looking you up and down quite a bit. So,
Yes, I know you could probably smell me, and I flip my thing over. So that you know, I am what I am. I am a follower of the Raven Queen. I do not follow, and I spit. Lolth. And I flip it back over to where I look like an elf again.
So do perception, Bellamy.
Bellamy's just not. I'm just sitting over here in my corner. 14 plus 4, 18.
18. So Bellamy's probably getting agitated because, there's a lot being said that is not being, but it's not
That is
being
not
said.
being said.
So it's there's a lot of platitudes and talking, but it's not very straightforward.
This is how Drow communicates.
I've still got my head. I'm still with my head bowed until she speaks to me.
This is how Drow communicate.
I'm assuming the book's close enough to be
Listening.
here.
Just listening.
I was just wondering if there's going to be any text thoughts cast.
Not yet.
Because the book feels the stress coming up. There's quite a bit of stress coming up.
There's so many people in here. I don't know if I wanted to take thoughts.
Well, that's
I hope
possible.
the powders and oils were not meant for Hubshine. I know that you say you must cover all possible outcomes. Is it necessary to have it pre-rigged though?
She doesn't look at you. She whips her head around and looks at the bowing paladin, and she goes, "Do you question me too?"
No, my lady.
Oh. And she looks straight at the drow. She's like, "If you're meant to know, you will be told."
If I do not know and I walk into a situation that has stuff like this, I'm more apt to remove it. So the more I know, the less likely I am to accidentally interfere, such as it is meant to be. Is there a sign or anything that you can place upon your people or marks on the tunnels that are yours so that we can determine whether or not we need...
She says marks can be tracked, and marks can be deciphered for those wise enough. So she said, do not worry about interfering. And she snaps her fingers, and the dwarf casts Revivify on the creature on the ground.
Okay.
And stands up. So
Once he does that, I'll bring him up to full health. I'll touch him from behind and give him 40 hit points.
okay. So he comes and walks behind Clara.
Remember, my shillelagh's been ready the whole time.
I expect.
I mean, just saying, because I don't know what's going on.
So I will say this: you don't recognize these two big knights.
You do?
I don't.
He doesn't.
The paladin does not. Which the paladin also did not know that this dwarf that he's known about is that he did not know that they were in town, that they made their way. So these must be recent additions that have made their way from the west. So this is your natural history. Unless you rolled like a 1, you're going to get that.
Dwarfs traveling with big knights, guaranteed Goliaths.
So, maybe. The
Children of stone.
the queen, the regent, then says, "Do not speak of anything, because this could put our future queen, our future king, in jeopardy." It's like, do you understand? So, and then you, our normally paler skinned friend, it's like, you understand that sometimes we all must be cogs, and that certain things are within acceptable limits of what you all do. So do not worry about knowing everything. So just know that,
I just don't want to kill any more of your men.
So it's like, if they are foolish enough to be killed, then they weren't good enough for the cause. And she looks at Sir Charles when she says that.
Is there any other access tunnels I may stumble onto in town that I will know not to kill everything in?
She said, "You'll know when you know." She said, I suspect that it's almost noontime, and soon the queen will be coming to you. I suggest you go back the way that you came and get back to the bar, because it would be in poor taste if they question why you weren't there, and I won't it."
And do you wish your tunnel sealed or to remain open?
So, however you found it.
Understood.
She's like,
And in her presence, I just follow what I do, what she tells me to do.
She said, "Tick tick."
Understood, my lady.
So,
Do you want us to put back the blasting powder and oil? I'm guessing that's
so
alchemical fire.
in a rare thing, she's like, "It won't be missed." And her tone is slightly disturbing.
Very well.
It even disturbs the book a little bit because you're sitting on it.
Kind of look down.
Roll investigation there.
12.
So it is enough to know that there are at least 100 crates of smoke powder sitting in the basement. And the book is sort of under 5. No fireball.
Or one really big one.
Fire mountain.
We're gonna see
So,
how far this
everybody
is.
wants new characters?
It's like
Now it's your
new continent.
Yeah.
Roll for new continent.
You're making the Gulf of Mexico, buddy.
It is the eruption of Mount Hope now all over again.
Yep. So, do you all venture off without saying anything? Does Melanie have anything to say? That's very unlikely.
It would be best if Belny not say anything at the moment.
Let's see if the queen perceives, or the regent perceives that Belny's, she doesn't care about the halfling at all. So she doesn't care that
It's
you're,
gonna huff and puff.
that your eyes are cutting a hole in her.
Before I leave, I bow to her and say, I know I do not understand.
She's like, no, you don't.
But
So it's like,
One last thing, mistress.
tick tick.
I understand. Our
Apparently,
friend,
tick tick.
there's were creatures in the forest. Be wary. Bye.
So tick. She's like, and as you're leaving, she's like, I've probably known longer than you have, and she says that to the back of your head. So does our
I make drought sign language in front of me.
does Hagen catch any of that?
Yeah.
So
That's stay quiet.
does Hagen want to say anything before he leaves?
Tick tick.
No, I'm gonna stay quiet.
So just make a note of it.
Yep. I was very attentive. I listened to everything, and there's a few things I've heard. There's some things I know that we just did. The rest of the party hasn't noticed yet. So, oops.
So all right, and with that, you all make it back.
Well, on the way back, I'm gonna ask where on earth Melania went.
Oh yeah, so now, so Bellany has spoken out loud, and I'm probably sure it was such a phrase so nicely about where Melania went.
Where in the Smurfin' Smurf is she? That's her cussing. Smurfin' Smurf it.
No, it's like that's when you all get in the tunnels. So they realize that Melania's gone.
I look at you and
You asked, I sent her back to town so that the other queen would know where we're at.
So now
Double time.
So
let's go.
So we're going to try to catch her. So guess what? We're going to roll to see if you catch up to her or not, because it's not like you were in there long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pull up Melania's. Oh, Melania has very, very good dexterity.
What's her speed?
So it's still 30.
Was she dashing the whole way?
All
The
right.
book could catch her.
That does the book care?
Nope.
So exactly. So
The
all
book
right.
has no clue what's going on.
I rolled because she still has to avoid the traps and do stuff. It's not like you can just sprint the whole way. So she's still got to be careful because
I could, no,
so
not becoming a bird.
I guess the person that you two care about catching her more than anyone else.
yeah, but you know you're probably faster than I am.
Hagen.
The armor.
I need a dexterity save.
Hagen, do you have any connection with her where you can send to her and bring her back?
Or tell her to wait.
No.
Or tell her to wait for us?
No, I don't have any ability like that.
He gets can boop her on the head to keep her from going.
Yes, the boop her on the head.
Boop. And if Melania doesn't want to listen, she ain't going to listen. So I'm going to need the paladin
Yep.
to roll a dexterity saving throw, and it's against Melania.
I got a dirty 20 on mine.
You're only going to go as fast as your fastest person through that cares.
I'm at 30. What's his?
A 4.
But I care.
So you rolled what did you end up with?
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20? She had a 21.
I was gonna say if you all could convince me to
Can I
care,
catch
I may
her in
go, but
sight?
at the moment,
Can I get her in sight before the door?
Okay. What I want to know is she's going towards the queen, so she's slightly ahead of you when you all get to the end. So now the question is, do you try to catch her outside of the end?
do not hurt her.
You're not. No one's there, so the drows.
You guys aren't running with us.
Yeah. So.
I'm actually ahead of him because
Yeah,
he
yeah.
sucks, so it's just me.
Yeah. You guys are probably walking faster than you.
It is my worst thing. It really is.
No, and the book's just like not caring. Actually, I will say this: like he's really mentally tired. You have a level of exhaustion on you. Bounty is probably a level of anger on her. It's so Hagen, you saw the
You know
drow.
what?
You saw the drow take off. Do you want to try to take off after the drow, or after Sunny? You
I
can.
mean, I'll keep up with everybody.
Like Sunny left. He's like gone. Now, are you trying to? Because he's trying to get.
I'm going to use freedom of movement to catch her.
All right. Do you want to see if you can get close to him? Do a dex save. Let's see if you can be anywhere close to about what's going to happen.
Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen, so okay. Dex save, so 24.
Oh, so you're literally just you're shadowing Sunny.
Then I cast a spell, and nothing is difficult terrain for me. I pass through everything fast.
All right. So this is what's going to happen, everybody.
So essentially, I'm just copying his movements through this tunnel.
Yeah. Well, you had everything marked, so. So now I'm going to play like Heather's not in there, right?
Well, she's laying down one sleep. She's got to go back to work early in the morning.
That's fine, but.
What does he have in his hand?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, if we catch back up to her, basically we just got to tell her, hey, you know, we're glad we caught you before you got to the queen. Don't give her that message
Wait,
for whatever reason.
well, Sonny cast something that he had no difficult terrain, and you're literally going to be like 1 minute behind him.
Behind her?
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna be 1 minute behind.
Hogging him.
Why are you mad?
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just.
Yeah.
So so we're on this path that's heading towards the castle. It's like this in this little ravine, and again, Sunny is about a minute ahead of you. I mean, I guess it would help if you could see what's.
That's Sunny and that's Cher. I'm chasing her.
All right, so
I got you, babe.
I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play Melania a little bit. I hope.
That's if I'm not on the board, get close enough to be on the board yet.
You're a minute away. So,
Okay.
so a minute. a minute away.
3 rounds.
If a minute away is basically like 1,000 meters.
Oh, okay. Because I have a signal whistle that I can blow if I need to. If I get close, I can blow a whistle. Get her attention.
Right, like you'll have to get. I would say you need. It would be if there's 2 rounds. You could be close enough to see them in 2 rounds if we get to 2 rounds.
Okay.
Okay, so if through, but depending on this conversation, will also take time away. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try to play it like what I've known of Melania. Okay. So we're like Melania is running down this little corridor path.
Lady Melania.
So she is like she sort of stops for a second. Not much. So she
Hold up.
So she's turned and drawn her bow because she wasn't sure. She
Hands up. Hold up. We can't tell the queen about the tunnel.
roll persuasion.
16 and charisma is 16.
Come with that around charisma, right?
Gotta love it.
Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, she did a 16.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes, "Where's Hagen? Why are you here?"
Because I realized that you were missing, and he said that you were supposed to tell the queen, and you were not supposed to tell the queen, so I ran as fast as I could to catch you.
So why didn't Hagen come tell me I'm not supposed to talk to the queen? You're like having a stroke.
He's like, I don't know where he's at currently.
So, let's see. She does believe that part.
I just needed to catch you before we got there, but we still need to get to the inn.
She's like, why am I not supposed to tell the queen? It's like who are you?
It's Plan B. My name is Sonny. We fought together.
Yeah.
I'm the one who brought you back. Remember? In the inn just a couple hours ago.
She's like, I believe the queen should know that there's another queen treading on her realm.
The queen has granted her the land that she is on.
Well, then the queen won't mind me just telling her and filling her in that I know about it since I am employed by the queen.
What do you know of battle and war? Substructures.
It's like, is she mad now? So it's
I
like
feel that.
It's like you just mansplaining to her. She's angry. She tightens her bow up. She says I know enough that I could take your head clean off if you try to.
Wisdom save DC 16.
That's 16. Even.
Okay. She doesn't know what happened unless she has a.
No, she won't know. She don't know that you tried something.
Okay.
Because that's not a verbal, is it?
Not a whole person.
There's no verbal. So she's about to try to start running again, right? And she said, "If you don't have a problem, you can follow me." And she's about to start. At this point, Hagen is about 200 meters from her. You can see both Sunny and her standing on the road with her bow drawn towards Sunny.
As I'm running, I grab the whistle out of my bag, just blow a whistle a couple times, wave in my hand, trying to get her attention, trying to get both of their attention.
Okay, so you're running.
Perception 21.
You're running as hard as you can and trying to blow this whistle in a panic, correct?
Not necessarily in a panic, just trying to get.
Are you running at full speed trying to blow a whistle, or did you stop and blow a whistle?
slow it down so that a little bit so that I can blow the whistle properly.
I just rolled a 1 on perception. So she's like, she draws the rope. She said, "What?" It's like Hagen's trying to warn me. It's like, what are you trying? It's like, what are you trying to do?
He's trying to warn you not to tell the queen. That's why I'm here.
So is that what you're trying to do? Are you trying to tell her not to do it, Hagen?
Yeah, I'm trying to get both of them to just stop until I can get up there. It's like, hold up.
So she tells Sonny, she says, I appreciate what you did before. So, but when I have an oath to something and I promise, it's like I have to go tell the queen about this. If this is not a problem, you shouldn't have a problem with me going and doing this.
Okay, maybe it's a problem.
So now she's intrigued. She's a problem for who?
Hopefully the drow in the Underdark. You say you know war. Please tell me about wolfpack tactics. Tell me about a pincher tactic. Tell me about closing in on the flanks of your enemy. Each side is given what they need to know to attack on the front they need to attack on. The less knowledge given from one side to the other, especially when dealing with drow, lessens the capability of knowledge to be passed forward of the other advancing army or armies.
So, you're about 100 meters out, Hagen.
Can they hear me if I yell? Is that close enough?
Constitution, a very loud, a very high constitution. You
Do I get my constitution save? Or
yeah,
just
con save.
Okay.
And you guys.
Total is 17. It's just basically yell, hold up.
We haven't been moving.
So this is going to happen. If I roll this, and if it's below a 10, she's letting the arrow loose. So
Okay.
If it's above a 10, she's going to comprehend this stressful thing. 13. So she shoots an arrow at your feet, and then puts her bow up. So get Hagen onto the board. So you can have him run up with Sonny. So all right, Hagen, you're there. You're beside Sonny.
Oh, basically, just yell, hold up. I spoke too soon. We need to keep this quiet. Obviously, resting, hands kind of like this, deep breaths.
So roll persuasion.
He should have at
Well,
least
I'm the one
advantage on
I'm
that.
the one that told her to send the message.
So she's seen many things in her lifetime, including shapeshifters and all sorts of stuff. It's like she's concerned.
Perception. Total of 18.
No, I mean persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. I thought you said how it was. Persuasion. Oh, well then it's just a 13.
She believes you. So she says she's not comfortable with this. So there better be some really good explanations.
Sir Charles will give you the explanation. Quickly, back to the inn.
So and
Guess what Tingle's going to tell you? Like, yeah.
and with that, you all will go to the end. Now, I asked this did the book actually try to come? Because the book has the ability to make it, I know. So I'll let you, if you cared or not.
Nope.
So what were you doing? Book.
I didn't make my way back.
So,
I just following them back to the end.
so
He's
so,
being a lonely housewife watching Days of Our Lives.
So I'm going to say this. Did you all leave Bellamy alone in the caves? Did everyone try to take off and leave Bellamy alone?
Yep.
Well, if I finally rolled a 4, she's probably.
Well, she's probably trying to keep you from a stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Didn't
He's still with her.
Yup,
So
They
he
did.
just tried to run away.
they did.
She's got the boots where she can dash, so she's faster than I am.
Actually, she really can.
She could have caught everybody.
Yeah.
I told you all, if you could convince me that I should care, I would stop her so that you all didn't have to.
Now I'm gonna look. It's all coming to a head. So.
Something tells me it was
Nobody
easier
did.
to run after her than to convince you.
Possibly so.
Time is of the
You would
essence.
not be wrong there.
True. All right.
I haven't been in party long, but I agree.
So we're going.
I didn't argue.
We're going to cut back into the tunnels right quick before we get back to the cave because you guys are heading back.
Yep.
At this point, you've hit a level of exhaustion. So Bellamy and
The book.
I gotta find a rock to
the
throw
book
them
and
against.
Sir Charles.
Yeah. And she can't see.
So you don't know. So,
Actually, she can.
I got
That
that.
spell lasts forever.
That's right. That's right.
I got glue plate mail, right?
yeah. So man, if you had left her in the dark,
Oh yeah.
I have my fireball.
I know,
All
but
she had to do is change shapes and she can see in the dark.
but it's the principle of it. So does Bellamy in the caverns want to ask Sir Charles anything? Why he suffered a level of exhaustion, mostly thanks to stress.
So is that the second level
No,
or
he's
just
just
the
got
first?
one.
So
He
A
suffered one.
A level. Of
Yeah, so because and
But he
so,
suffered one in the pub.
no, he healed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that. JR healed it.
Okay.
So,
He healed all my afflictions. And
yeah, so it should have been.
That holy water got rid of everything, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I just remember him saying that.
So like I said, you guys are in the caves, moving
Okay.
through. I say at this point you've about made it to the shaft. Going back to the
I'm grabbing the wall, trying to.
to going through. So does Bellamy want to say anything at all? It's like this is Bellamy's chance to vent at your what you thought was your sort of friend.
Come on.
No, I think my silence will tell him more than enough.
Do you know that she's not speaking? Do you,
Oh, I know because when she's quiet, it's worse than when she's
it's
talking.
like, are you going to let her be quiet?
No, when we almost made it back, I'm just gonna look at her like, I know there are things that you do not understand right now, and there are things that I do not understand. But everything is in the best interest of Hubshine and for the continent. Everything is against the darkness, and right now, what we are doing is to give us the best possible chances we can with fighting the drow. And Queen Ava, there are certain things that she is not capable of doing that others have the tenacity and the ability to do.
Roll persuasion. Do not forget to subtract 1 from your roll. And it will be against Bellamy's charisma.
Well, we're screwed.
19. Minus 1, 18.
18. So yeah, you got bad charisma.
Yeah, I do.
No.
So mine's
Actually,
minus
just-
2.
It's just insight. Do your insight.
Oh, my insight.
I think that's still times 2.
No, my insight's plus 4.
Oh, that's right.
Well, you'll know
21.
inside of me if I'm
So-
speaking the
so-
truth or not.
So she had 21 to your 18. So you sense no lie.
I was on the truth.
Matthews. So, all right. So, does Bellamy even want to go with them, or are you want to actually see what's going on?
Well, if he's still asking me to attempt to trust him, I have to see what's going on.
Yeah. But like, just look at her like, you are my friend.
You are my friend.
Yeah. You are my friend.
But you're really a cloudy day.
You make lightning when you're unhappy. Please don't blow my shiny butt away. Knew
All.
him
Yeah.
of Belny.
So, and with that, we're going to go to the pub.